Have you ever opened Netflix and couldn't decide what to watch? Well, it's not just you, it's all of us. There's a very clear reason why every choice feels wrong. In this era of complete abundance, every choice becomes an impossible paradox. It's 1982. You're going to the mall with your mom and you have a choice to make: the tall red sneaker or the short green sneaker. The choice feels pretty easy. You like red more than green, so you pick the red shoe. Fast forward to today, and before you even get to the store, there are multiple different stores to choose from. Once in the store, there are dozens of brands, hundreds of models, thousands of colorways and fits, and too many price points. I prefer Nike over Adidas. I prefer the fit of Puma, the look of Jordans, the colorway of Converse, and the price of... yeah. But that's okay. You buy something, tell yourself you love it, and go home to relax and ease your mind. But now, what to watch? What app to open? What category? Show or movie? Which one? And now you reach the point we all do. But this isn't right. As I said in the intro, we live in a time of great abundance. Most of us are lucky to have any food we want at any given time. We have more entertainment and content than ever. We have more access to hobbies and relationships than ever. And somehow it's a problem because we need to choose. I'll get to it, but let's return to the scrolling first. Because short form content somehow appeared at just the right moment. You scroll not because you're bored, but because you have too many choices to make. When you scroll on TikTok or Instagram, there is no choice to be made. The algorithm just gives it to you. But lack of choice equates to lack of importance. I'll get to it in a second. Why is it so hard to choose? So hard where every choice feels wrong? Let's go back to the store. When you were in the store, some of the choice boiled down to, are you a basketball person or a running person? Not a hard choice to pick the basketball shoe when you're a basketball person. But today you're picking a lot of other things as well. Am I a basketball person who is okay with wearing shoes that might have been created with questionable labor? Am I that and a basketball player who prefers LeBron or Luka or Kobe? Am I all of those and also a person who is a big spender on my shoes or wants to dress flashy? At this point, it becomes a decision of your larger identity. Every choice you don't make, in a way, removes a possibility of a person you can become. If I pick the cheap shoe, then I can never be rich. If I pick the vegan shoe, then I can no longer wear leather. And this also tracks both scientifically but also culturally, where people are becoming more and more extreme, feeling like they constantly need to fight and defend their positions and opinions. So what about this lack of importance? When I spend less effort making a choice, I'm less and less obligated to defend my reason for picking it. If I convince a group of friends to go and watch a movie, which takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of decision making, I will tend to like the movie more and be far less likely to leave halfway through. Because if I convinced my friends to watch a bad movie, or he left early after spending a lot of effort, then that reflects badly on me. On the other hand, if I'm scrolling Instagram, I make no choice on what to watch, so I don't feel any obligation to like or finish watching the video that was served. But there is a reason you remember most of the movies you have seen, but you don't remember most of the videos you have seen on your feed. In the last few decades, we have drastically increased the amount of options that are available, leaving us with a more difficult time on what to pick. Just because of how we feel small decisions can reflect back on us. At the same time, we have invented solutions like short form feeds and more intense gambling, but also makes participating in them completely meaningless. So here's the thing, the fact that choosing is hard is not a flaw. It's actually the whole point. Every choice you make is an act of identity. It's saying that out of every version of me, every version that I could be, I am choosing this one. That is not supposed to feel easy. It's supposed to feel like something. The problem isn't that we have too many options, but it's that we constructed a world that lets you avoid choosing entirely. Scroll instead of decide, swipe instead of commit. And the less you choose, the less anything means. Not because meaning is gone, but because we opted out of the thing that creates it. The choice was never going to feel right. It just had to be yours.